The night was quiet, the kind of quiet that holds its breath. A silver sedan rolled down an empty country road, headlights cutting through the mist. Behind the wheel sat Keeyah James, a woman in her early 30s, confident, graceful, her favorite gospel playlist humming low in the background. She had just left her mother's house, exhausted but content after helping her fix a leaky roof. Nothing about this night felt dangerous, until she noticed the flashing red and blue lights in her rearview mirror. Her brow furrowed. "What now?" she muttered, signaling and pulling over to the side. 2 patrol cars, 4 officers. All this for her? As one of the cops approached, flashlight glaring through her window, Keeyah rolled it down halfway. "Evening, officer. Is there a problem?" The cop, a tall, red-faced man with a smirk that didn't reach his eyes, leaned down. "License and registration. Step out of the vehicle." Keeyah blinked. "May I ask why I'm being stopped?" "Step out of the vehicle," he repeated, louder this time. His partner circled around the back, whispering something into his radio. She sighed and unbuckled, stepping out slowly. The cold air bit at her skin. "Look, if I was speeding—" "You match the description," the officer interrupted, shining the light straight into her eyes. "Description of what?" He didn't answer. Instead, he motioned to his partner. "Search the vehicle." That's when she realized. This wasn't about a broken taillight. This was about her skin. Keeyah took a steadying breath, trying to stay calm. "Sir, I know my rights." "You can't just—" "Ma'am," he cut her off, smirking. "Cooperate or things get difficult." One of the officers laughed quietly as he opened her car door without permission. "You sure you can afford this ride?" "Looks new." Keeyah clenched her fists. "That's enough." But before she could say more, the officer grabbed her wrist. "Turn around." Her voice shook with fury. "You're making a mistake." He grinned. "Lady, I don't make mistakes." Meanwhile, 10 miles away, Special Agent Spencer James sat in his home office reviewing case files. His phone buzzed on the desk, an unknown number. He almost ignored it, until he saw the GPS alert from the car tracker on Keeyah's sedan. The signal was stationary. He frowned. Then came the second alert. "Vehicle stopped by law enforcement." Spencer's chest tightened. He grabbed his jacket, his badge, and the holstered Glock from his drawer. Back on the roadside, things had escalated. Keeyah stood beside her car, arms crossed, surrounded by officers. One of them had already opened her trunk, rummaging through her things like it was a garage sale. "This is harassment," she said firmly. "You have no warrant, no reason—" "Keep talking," the officer sneered. "You'll end up spending the night in county." The sound of tires crunching gravel cut through the air. Headlights approached fast, stopping just a few feet away. A man stepped out, tall, calm, wearing a dark leather jacket that barely hid the FBI badge on his belt. "Spencer!" Keeyah gasped, relief flooding her voice. The cops turned. The lead officer scoffed. "Sir, this is a police matter. Step back." But Spencer didn't move. His voice was calm, measured, the kind that could silence a room. "Funny," he said. "Because that's my wife you're harassing." The smirk vanished from the officer's face. "Your wife?" "Yeah," Spencer said, stepping closer. "And since you seem confused about what law looks like, let me show you." He flipped open his badge, the gold letters gleaming under the patrol lights. Federal Bureau of Investigation, Special Agent Spencer James. Silence. The kind that stings. If you're still watching, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this story because justice always deserves a spotlight. One officer actually took a step back. We didn't know." Spencer's eyes burned with controlled rage. "You didn't care. You saw a black woman in a nice car and decided that was suspicious." The lead cop swallowed hard. "She matched a description." "Of what? Someone with self-respect?" Spencer shot back. He turned to his wife gently. "You okay, baby?" She nodded, tears threatening to fall. They searched the car without reason. "One of them grabbed me." Spencer's jaw tightened. "Names!" he demanded, glancing between them. "All of you now." "Sir, Agent, look, maybe we can talk." "No," he said coldly. "You can talk to Internal Affairs. I'll make sure your dash cams, your radios, and your reports match up. Word for word. The officer tried to speak, but Spencer cut him off again. And before you start deleting evidence, just know I already called your precinct. Your sergeant is on his way. You're done. Keeyah exhaled, her voice trembling. Thank you. He gave her a small smile. Nobody touches my family. 15 minutes later, red and white headlights filled the roadside. A captain arrived, shouting orders as the same officers who mocked her were now being questioned. Right there in the dark, Spencer wrapped an arm around Keeyah, guiding her back toward the car. Let's go home. She looked up at him. You think they'll actually face consequences? Oh, they will, he said softly. The Bureau's already watching them. Tonight they messed with the wrong people.